Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Moonshade Keep, our Pathfinder campaign. Just so everyone is aware, because just top of the hour B-roll, we probably won't be paying too much attention to chat. We will be house ruling and home brewing quite a lot, and if you have issues with like lots of swearing and adult content and things, don't watch. It's just kind of my advice. Other than that, you are welcome here, and we appreciate everybody being here. I am very very happy to have my players have returned to the table, and we will be starting very very soon. Uh, Other announcements, just while I'm here. Very soon we will be doing I will be hosting a Wednesday triple shot that is a Kingmaker style campaign in the world of Uiese. And other than that, our two Lord of the Rings campaigns are coming very quickly to a close. I'm probably going to put on Twitter um, what the next campaigns will be, or I'll put a vote up of some kind somewhere, like a straw poll or something, and I might let the audience decide what my two major campaigns are going to be after this one and the Lord of the Rings campaigns finish up. So we're going to go ahead and go over to and let our players talk and reintroduce themselves because it's been a minute since we played. Hi, everybody.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
So you folks, if you wouldn't mind reintroducing yourselves because it's been like almost a month since we played last. Uh, Starting with let's go with you, Scarecrow.
All right. Howdy, howdy. I am Resident Scarecrow, otherwise known as Crow. I am currently playing a 7-foot tall wall of meat and metal known as Gort Donan. I have no idea how much my mic actually picked up there, so.
I mean, I was able to hear you, but you might want to be a smidge louder. Um, let's see, Rugs. Why don't you go next?
I'm Rugged Sauce. I'll be playing a Air Genasi whore for the most part, a sorcerer.
An Air Genasi whore. Our
Eldritch Knight fighter with a gun. It's there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack there.
Eldritch Knight fighter with a gun. Best drinker in the party. Huffy, why don't you go next?
Hi, I'm Huffy. I play Mifune, a kitsune.
Wonderful. And Oko, would you like to introduce yourself and your character?
Me, I'm Oko. I am playing Gristle, or aka Malagoo, and also a Kitsune.
Wonderful. At the top of the hour, I would like to ask all of you what are your ACs and touch ACs so that I can go ahead and get that out of the way because I ran into a problem last time where I was doing it all digitally and then my computer said, fuck you. So I'm back to doing it with pen and paper. So, Rugs, we're going to start with you. What is your AC, touch AC, and then HP?
Okay. 23, 15, 55.
Okay. Huffy.
21, 14, and 57.
Oko.
16, 14, 79.
Damn, Mamagoo is a tank. Crow.
31, 11, 109.
All right. I know who I have to kill first.
I am the wall of meat and metal.
Yes, you are. Okay. So, give me just 1 second. I left my bestiary just outside of arm's reach.
That's what they always say.
I apologize. I'm going to up the and Gort's AC by 2. And
Who's in Gort's?
Mifune and Gort. And all of you also get +2 to saving throws.
Is like what kind of bonus?
Magic enchantment.
Is it a shield bonus?
No, it's a ward bonus.
That's a new one. Alrighty.
All right, I have returned. Okay, so we are going to be panning in just as kind of the gods disperse from your realm, your barony having hosted a party where pretty much every god in the pantheon attended. And would anyone like to give me kind of a recap of what happened last session to maybe get the inspiration bonus for this session?
Baba Yaga stole a chair out of one of the nobles and made him fall on his ass before threatening us with great violence in order to go do a quest and kill someone and save the world yet again.
That is a pretty good summary of what happened. Yeah, actually. All right. Does anyone else want to chime in?
Was that counting the pit fight?
I don't think that was counting the pit fight.
Was the pit fight last session or the session before? My notes are not all that clear.
I believe the session before. I'm pretty sure that
I do believe the pit fight was in the town of Regina's town. I don't know what it was called.
Adamant Keep.
Yeah, that one.
Actually, we might have started off with that.
Ah, yeah, we may have. I do
did.
believe you did start off with the Adamant Keep fist the brawl where Zephyr got really really drunk and got beat up.
It was a consensual beating.
We also got a fuck ton of gold from it.
Yeah, you did.
3.2 million gold total.
Yes, you did. You may or may not have hustled 3 demigods.
And Gort may have nearly killed one of their wives.
Yeah, and nearly was murdered back himself. But
He bit me.
Consensual.
she did.
That's a win.
Also, did you hear that we got an AAC buff from Goo?
Yes.
Or from Mama Goo?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Oh yeah, after we got the job from Baba Yaga, we also got those rings of heat.
You did. You each got a ring that gives you 1 feat.
Oh. Oh yeah, I remember what I spent it on.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pan back into the castle of Moonshade in the night preceding the party. What are each of you doing? And we're gonna start with Rugs. What is Zephyr doing after the party? After it's all calmed down and everyone has kind of gone to whatever room they're gonna go to, and the party has begun to be cleaned up. What is Zephyr doing after the party?
Probably picking out an outfit for the next adventure.
Okay.
I got a bunch of magical items, I need to know which ones to bring, which ones to accessorize with.
That's understandable. And where is he when the assassin finds him?
Probably in his room.
Okay. Roll perception as you are getting dressed and ready to go.
Sorry, just trying to get to it on the tablet here.
I understand.
$33.
Okay. So as Zephyr is kind of looking at himself in the mirror and getting things ready for the next adventure, for the journey of the next day, he sees out of the corner of his eye movement. In the corner of the room, there appears to be something, what you thought was a coat rack, but all of a sudden, Zephyr is able to kind of notice the movement and the twitch of his shoulder as a rapier comes toward the back of his head. What is your I'm gonna roll this at disadvantage. What is your AC again? That is, oh shit. All right. Let me check what the. It's plus. Cool.
It's a good thing I was trying on my mage armor.
Right. With a natural 1, he lunges forward and sticks his rapier into the wall, inches from Zephyr's skull. What does Zephyr do as he sees a tall man with pale blue skin, long horns that curl back into like ram's horns, and eyes that are as shock white as the moon? He's
Zephyr's
wearing
going to
sorry.
punch him so hard.
Okay, roll me an unarmed strike.
Well, I do have the glove.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I didn't know if you were wearing your full.
Oh yeah,
equipment.
he's trying on adventure outfits.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll me an attack roll then, please. With whatever weapon you're holding.
And that's plus strength to hit?
Yeah. Are you using the ones the Tifa gauntlets? Or
yes.
Then that would be plus dexterity.
Okay. That's less good, but still.
Because they're monk weapons.
It would still include the base attack bonus, though, right?
Yeah, it would still include base attack bonus. You can just add your dexterity modifier to your base attack bonus.
Actually, I have lost where the base attack bonus is on the fucking character sheet. It's got to be right here. Where'd it go? Wait, okay, got it.
Yeah, that's going to hit. Yeah, 28's definitely going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage. He staggers backwards upon your hit. Heavy hit, knocking him a few feet back, as he will then straighten himself up. He's quite obviously dazed. If you'd like to go in for another attack, you
can. Yeah, sure. Let's fucking hit him again.
Just slug him again with the Okay.
second. I'm a fucking wizard. I have spells. Hold on.
Yeah, you could absolutely hit him with a spell. Like that is another option. I just imagine like the Zephyr going into like a boxing stance, just bop bop bop.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and shocking grasp this guy.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an attack roll. I do believe that's a touch attack, right?
Yes, it is.
All right, go ahead and roll me an attack, please.
That's good. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 does in fact hit his TAC.
Fantastic.
Go ahead and roll me some damage.
It's gonna be 15.
Okay, so as you grip this man kind of by the shoulders, essentially, unless you want to flare it however you wish, you
go for it.
you shock into him as he just falls limp on the floor, dead. You have murdered the assassin that was coming for you. As we pan out from Zephyr and into Mifune, where does the assassin find you?
After the party, Mifune essentially went back to her cauldron room to start brewing some more Frankenstein-like creatures.
Okay. What is Mifune's AC really quickly? That's 21. Okay. All right.
Currently, it's 23.
Oh yeah. Very similarly to what happened with Zephyr, a rapier comes lunging out at you from the darkness and misses, just sweeping a little too close to you for Mifune's comfort. How does Mifune react to this?
Mifune is going to grab her assailant's face and cast Sands of Time to immediately age them one category up.
Okay. It does not seem to affect this person, as
Undead
tieflings
man.
do not age.
Ah. Well, shit.
He is going to
Do I
try
get to
and
do more?
headbutt you.
Okay.
He's going to try and headbutt you with his horns. He does it do damage if they can't be aged? Like, does it do necrotic damage or anything like that?
The target immediately takes the age penalties for this new age category, but it does not gain the bonuses of that category. If you cast this on an object, construct, or undead creature, it takes 3d6 points of damage plus 1 per caster level. Does that count?
Yep, go ahead and roll that damage for me.
Sure. Is it? Yeah, it's exclamation point, right?
Yep, it's exclamation point.
My caster level is 8. That'll be 22 damage.
He goes for a headbutt, trying to pull his head back, but the necrosis from the spell does in fact turn him to dust.
Wonderful.
His
I'd like to
equipment
imagine it
clattering
as-
to the ground.
I'd like to imagine it as when he tries to remove his head off of like her hand, it comes away along with his face, which starts like crumbling to ash in her hand,
Yep,
and he does like a
100%.
dramatic little fallback thing. No, I think
What
that'd be cool.
his entire he falls shattering like a porcelain pot. His equipment left on the ground, where he had been standing. Panning away
He's gonna
from
rifle through his stuff.
okay,
Oh yeah, yeah.
panning away
Absolutely
from
feel free to go away.
Mifune. We pan over to Gort. Gort, where are you when you are assailed by, instead of a standard assassin like the others, as you are, as you said, a wall of meat and metal, a knight begins to charge Gort. Where is Gort when this happens?
Gord is in the perfect spot to do this, as he is in a sparring room.
Wonderful. Gort hears the door burst open. A man clad in very similar metal armor to what he started in is now charging Gort with a pike in hand. Let me check Gort's AC. Huge. That's what Gort's AC is. That does not hit. The pike clinks off of Gort's armor. What is Gort doing? How does Gort respond?
Just so I remember, pikes are pole arms, right?
Yes, they are. It is technically 10 feet away from you.
If that's the case, Gort is going to ready his shield and bull rush this person to try and knock him over.
All right. What does the bull rush ability do?
Oh, I had this open just a minute ago. Let me pull it back up. Bull rush. Da-da-da-da. Combat maneuvers. Bull rush. Work. There it is. You can charge in place of a melee attack. You can only bull rush an opponent who is no more than one size category larger than you. It is an attempt to either push them back or knock them over without doing any harm. If you have improved bull rush, you do not impose attack of opportunity. If the attack is successful, your target is pushed back for every 5 feet. So basically, what I have to roll is the CMD die, which hold up, that does not look like the right number.
CMB.
CMD you can't roll.
Yeah, it'd be CMB.
CMD, that's the defense. Okay, so it is CMB. Thank God.
And would he be rolling CMD? Or
CMB.
It's against their
combat
CMD.
okay. Let me check. Let me check what his CMD is.
Because I'm fairly certain Gort's gonna hit. Because Gort has a plus 19.
Okay, just give me 1 second, and I am checking his.
Well, you could totally beat Mifune's ass if you ever wanted to grapple her.
Okay, go ahead and
My
roll.
CMD is fast.
Go ahead and roll.
Does a 24 hit?
No, it does not.
Oh. So they're able to get past Gort's little bull rush.
Yep, he dodges actually quite deftly. Dodges your bull rush, and will drop the pike and pull a long sword. How many attacks does Gort have in a turn?
2.
Okay, so Gort may make another attack. But you are within 5 feet of him.
Cool. This one will be with his lovely Holy Avengers sword.
Oh, wonderful.
So that will be... Let's see.
Now, what was the effect of the Holy Avenger sword again? Just to refresh my memory.
Oh boy, I have to pull that back up as well because it is a lot. All right, Holy Avengers. They are in the hands of a paladin, +5 holy cold iron long swords that are sacred weapons that provide spell resistance of 5 plus the paladin's class level to the wielder and anyone adjacent to them. It also enables the paladin to use greater dispel magic once per round as a standard action at the class level of the paladin. Only the area dispel is possible, not targeted dispel or counterspell versions of greater dispel magic.
Okay.
So for rolling purposes, it is a +5 longsword.
Wonderful.
Oh lord, that is lovely. All right, so let's see. So that would be 5 plus this. That. Does an 18 beat this person's AC?
His standard AC.
Correct.
Let me double check. Yes, just barely beating the standard AC.
Oh. Well, this is just lovely. So then that would be.
Now my question is are you going to smite?
Not yet.
Okay.
So let's see. That will be. So it's just remind me again for damage. The bonuses for damage would just be the weapon's actual magic modifier, not strength, not basic attack bonus, nothing.
You would get the basic attack bonus, but other than that, you'd get whatever modifier came with the weapon.
Wait, I thought basic attack bonus was to hit, and then strength was to damage.
Base attack bonus combines with strength for your melee attack modifier. At least
1
I
second.
think it does. That's what the fancy high-tech sheet that Bell sent me does.
Yeah, but the damage is
Yeah, it
not
should
base
either
attack bonus.
one or the other.
Damage. 1 second. I'm googling it.
I'm fairly certain. I got my little notes up over here.
Yeah, no, you're right. Ruggs is right.
All right, cool. So it was plus plus ability, not plus base attack.
Yeah, it's plus ability, strength.
All right, so then that actually changes what I have to do for my numbers here. So that's actually a lot higher.
Oh, great.
Yeah. 17 damage.
Okay. You hit, and you said it is also it turns it into a spiritual weapon, right? Which does radiant damage.
It is a sacred weapon, yes.
Okay,
But
so
it does not say anything on the.
and you did 15 total damage. 17. Double that.
Oh, that's 34.
Yeah, you once again cleave through what appears to be a Damphir as he bursts into flame upon the touch of your holy weapon, and his equipment crumbles to the ground as we pan out from Gort and in to Gristle. What is Mama Goo doing on this fine night as her assassins come for her?
You're just probably sitting outside looking at the stars.
Wonderful. Okay.
May I have to roll perception?
Yes, please do roll perception.
does a 38?
Yeah, 30. She notices as from the bushes another blue tiefling begins to creep forward. So he's gonna roll his attack at a disadvantage now that you've seen him. Does a 16 hit your AC?
16.
Okay, so that will be a hit if your AC is a 16. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Fortitude, right?
Yes, Fortitude save. Sorry.
Eight.
Ooh. All right. Let me just look this up real quick so I'm double checking.
Wait, does it pierce first and then apply poison?
Yes.
Okay, my AC is actually 17 then, thanks to blood armor.
Oh, okay. So then it does not hit. You be glad because you almost got hit with purple worm poison. Gristle the tiefling thinks that he's made purchase and will look up at Gristle thinking she's dead because purple worm poison is save or die essentially. Look up at her and then realize, oh fuck. How does Gristle respond?
So, her eyes are going to light up, like Gatlock.
Mm-hmm.
So, like the sun.
Yeah,
and
like
she's going to
flaming
use
balls of fire.
Agony.
What does that
A
do?
fun little hack. Basically, they can do nothing but move, and they experience such extremes. They suffer such extreme pain, they can do nothing but make a move action.
Oh, wonderful.
A fun 5 minutes.
He's gonna attempt to run the fuck away from you. You have an attack of opportunity if you would like to take it.
May I use a spell instead?
Yeah, I'll let you use a spell for an attack of opportunity.
Cool. I'm going to icy teleport in front of him.
Oh, wonderful. All right. He stops in his tracks and will attempt to run the other direction, running in toward the castle. At this point, the rest of you likely would hear the castle doors open very loudly as a bell begins to ring throughout the castle as a warning that someone has just burst in the front doors.
Well, that can't be good. Let's go check that out. But also, did we get any loot from these now mostly dead people?
You each get a +1 rapier with an injector inside of it with a single vial of purple worm poison, except for Gort, because Gort gets a new full set of plate armor to hang up in his room, and a Dark Avengers longsword, which is basically the exact opposite of the Holy Avengers longsword, and can only be used by Oathbreaker paladins.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
amazing.
I'll add mine to the pile of swords I don't use.
Just adding a new blade to the collection that you hang on your wall.
It's literally a pile in the corner.
Well, I guess that one's useless too. Just fucking.
Not big enough.
You can just you can give it to the soldiers of the kingdom. Just a very very powerful longsword.
Don't tell them that it's poisoned.
Oh lord. Stab someone with it immediately is just like, oh god, why did they shrivel up and die? But yeah, so each of you are able to kind of get out to the main like foyer of your castle to see Mama Goo. I'm assuming she's chasing this man down. at this point.
Yes, floating after him aggressively.
Yeah, you all see this man running in terror of Mama Goo.
She's got it.
Would it be more merciful of us to put him out of his misery?
Probably. So let's watch her do her thing.
Zephyr is having none of this bullshit tonight.
You attacked me in my bedroom and didn't even wait till I was asleep.
Amateurs.
Okay.
At least the one that was in after me was wearing something durable.
How does Mama Goo respond to this man running into her new home? And or do any of you move to kind of strike at the intruder?
Oh, did you need help killing it? I thought this was just kind of having fun with the intruder.
No, I don't think Mama Goo needs help killing anything.
No, we're keeping it alive for a question.
Oh, you want me to suck out its soul and make it answer some questions?
Well, preferably alive. In its
Ah.
body.
Okay.
Hmm.
I got a few options.
I'm going to waste can Mama Goo act real quick?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
you're
can.
up.
Okay. I'm going to waste a 7th level spell slot and just use Wave of Ecstasy on the intruder.
What does that do?
Basically it stuns them.
Okay.
They are very horny and stunned.
Okay. You see the intruder's O face, very like they just stop and huh, and they are stunned and cannot move for the moment. How do you restrain this intruder?
Gort, sit on him.
Fine by me. And Gort will just walk on over, push the guy to the ground, and just kneel on their chest.
Okay, so what I'm imagining here is this man stops, is like in the happiest moment of his life, and then all of a sudden a giant orc just comes over and schoolyard bully pushes him to the ground and kneels on his sternum. Is that what I am to understand is happening?
Exactly what is happening. Exactly what is happening.
Wonderful.
That's such an amusing image.
Wonderful. Okay. So what are you doing now that you have captured this assailant?
If we should question him, but that should be for the more diplomatic of us. Well, I waste a 5th level spell and I'd like to cast Blood Ties on him.
What does that
Zephyr,
do?
would you like to be good cop?
Blood Ties, if he has any family, any damage we deal to him is instead transferred to them.
Yo! That's fucking
Oh.
cool.
You
Oh,
guys
this
are
is-
terrifying.
Are you daddies?
If you would like to have him do a saving throw, we can do that.
What is the save for that?
Will,
Okay, let me just check what
which I
his
think
wills.
would be substantially lowered now that he's got, O-faced, and then there's a giant hulk of metal on him.
He has a -1 will save, so it's fine.
Okay, well, if you do want to have him roll, it's a 22 to save.
That's a -1. That's 0. It's It's a natural
Oh,
1.
okay, sorry.
So he rolled a 0 on his will save. Um,
Like Gort and his stealth save and his stealth checks.
wonderful. All right. So, uh, Ruggs, I think you posted that in Bell has raised the flag, not.
So you can go ahead and just delete that. I'm on Discord on like 3 different devices trying to make this work.
You're okay. I understand.
I have it, but yeah, I grabbed some fun spells instead of useful ones.
I love that, honestly. But yeah, as Mifune had asked, would Zephyr like to be good cop?
I could try, but I don't know how good a cop I would be right now.
Zephyr's pissed.
I mean, we don't have to be nice. What do we actually want to know about these people? Like who sent them or something? Because I have an idea.
Me too.
I was just thinking we should maybe have one question them and, maybe give us directions to where we can find their nest.
That's not a bad idea.
Hey, who sent you?
Who do you think? Who?
Listen, you just got dropped by the old lady and the big man. Do you really want to see what the other 2 of us do?
Oh. Mama Goo's gonna look hurt and turn away. Sorry.
From what I
Mifune
can
will offer a pat.
From what I could tell, they're the only ones that do anything around here.
Okay.
We came of our own volition, and we act of no other accord.
Right, is his neck exposed?
Yep. Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm gonna pull the Buster Sword.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
And we're just gonna line it up.
Roll me an intimidation check.
We should also clarify that anything we do to him is going to pass to him and it passes from him to his family. So, because I don't think we explained it.
Yeah, you haven't explained, but also I don't think Mama Goo explained that was a thing that she did to the rest of the party.
So if anyone were to explain.
He was going to kind of crouch in front of his face and say, I put a fun little spell on you. Anything these folks do to you passes on to you and your family, and any children you might have. So, best to come clean, and then I'll remove it. That way we kill only you, and not everyone else.
I was sent from a sovereign Elfard Nassel of the Dragonlands. We were told there were people here that deserved death for what they did to her mother, Orchid.
You might want to take that up with the turtle.
From what we are to understand, you were the ones who delivered the soul of the All-Mother to the turtle. So you were to die first.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna non-lethal attack, just with the fat, like heavy side of the blade, just kind of.
Just gonna drop it on him?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. You don't have to roll. Just roll
No.
damage for it.
Just non-lethal. Just like I'm holding back. It's just like kind of like a bonk.
Okay, so you just wanted to slap him around a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
You
just let him know
like
it wouldn't take anything. Like I could just let it go and kill him. Just
What is the damage dice that is attached to like a D6, D12, that kind of thing? This is attached to the Buster Sword.
2d12.
Okay. He takes an immediate 24 damage to the face. He's like stunned at this point. Can't move, can't defend himself, but he and his mother take 24 damage to the face.
Non-lethal damage. It's a very
Yep.
important distinction.
Yep,
Punch.
his mother is unconscious wherever the fuck she is, because she's an old lady. But like, he's just sitting there and will spit blood in your face.
All right, bad cop, you're up.
Is there anything else we want to know? These people are basically coming from like, who cares? We don't care about these people's like leaders anymore. It's just random people from the Dragonlands. Why should we care?
Sorry.
You're
What's
fine.
wrong?
They just came back. They were helping a.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there
Welcome
anything
back.
else we want to know? Welcome back, indeed.
So, while you were gone, Oko, they got the information as to where this tiefling came from. He is from Sovereign Nazine of the Dragonlands, sent to avenge the All-Mother of their kind. The ice tieflings are spawns of Orchid, and they're kind of pissed off that you helped destroy her soul.
If they're all ice tieflings and if they all start coming after us, I guess I should just leave our fun little spell alone.
Yeah. Although, to be honest, I don't think I care too much about these people from the Dragonlands. Like, they sent assassins, sure. But, like, I guess they're far away, and actually having an assault would be more taxing for them than it would to us. I don't know.
Like, yeah, we kind of have a quest already, guy. Like, we don't got time for you.
Don't got time for this guy. Let's kill his mother and be done with it.
That is an option, certainly.
The damage has to be spread out, though. We can't do it all at once, or the spell is kind of overridden before it kills the person outright.
I mean, the old lady's already unconscious. Like, she's already at 0 hit points. Any further damage and she is going to die.
Okay.
How much would you say purple worm poison hurts?
Purple worm poison is a save and then or you die kind of deal. It doesn't do the total damage
so
of
it's not
purple. No, I mean, yeah, no, it's a very painful poison for the like 7 seconds you're alive. It does a total of 287 damage to anyone who can, who has higher HP than that. Like, purple worm poison wouldn't outright kill a dragon, but it'd put a huge chunk in that fucker's health points.
If we're just going to kill him, I know a very painful way.
I could put him into my soup.
Before we kill him, might I try something?
Crow, if you could speak just a little louder. I cannot hear you.
Yeah, sorry, it doesn't exactly help that I'm trying to remember how I did Gort's voice.
I mean, you're doing great.
Before Hold on, that's not right.
No, that's what I remember to be Gort's voice.
Before we do away with them, mind if I try something that I've been thinking about?
Oh, yours, big guy. And Zeb was going to head back to his room.
Gort leans in close to the tiefling's face. During my time practicing to be a paladin, do you know what I studied most? Almost more so than sword and axes.
You hear him suck the like moisture from his teeth and then spit blood directly into your face.
Gort reaches down to the tiefling's hand
Mm-hmm.
and snaps one of his fingers all the way back.
Okay.
I studied medicine. And I am going to use one of my lay on hands to fix this.
Oh.
Ah.
And now I have to double check how many uses of lay on hands I have.
I believe it's 10 plus your character level, plus your charisma modifier.
You know what? I will take DM rulings on this. Half paladin level plus charisma modifier. So for Gort, he has, I think, 5. Yeah, he has 5 uses of lay on hands, which is each.
Yeah, I'm thinking of
Oh,
the
that's a lot of hit points he can heal.
yeah. I was thinking the 5e version where you could just do like individual hit points. Like it's a
Yeah.
pool of hit points.
This tiefling regains 10 hit points.
Okay. Excuse me. You had already murdered his mother by breaking his finger because she was below 0. Uh, but
Don't
now,
tell Gort that.
now, well, I mean, Gort probably heard. Gort was paying attention when Gristle was talking.
True. Well, you never know.
He didn't know. He doesn't know the mother's dead. He does know that this specific individual is now in pain.
Yeah, in like massive amounts of pain.
So I'm gonna ask you something important. If I let you go, tell you to run away, turn tail, never look back, would you take my solemn advice?
I likely wouldn't come back here, but there will be someone coming.
Sorry, could you say that again? My headset did a thing.
I likely won't come back here. Because if I go back, they'll execute me. So if I leave here, I die. If I stay here, I die. My life is forfeit either way. But someone else will come if I report back. They will always come for you.
Gort
So
slowly pulls his knee off of the tiefling's chest. Then I'm done. Then I'm done with. And let's hope the rest of your kin learn from your mistake.
As Gort lets him go, I'm going to swarm skin. Mamagoo turns into 3 large swarms of crabs, and she's going to eat him.
Okay.
Oh my god!
All right. All right, he is now a skeleton. He is now a skeleton on your floor.
I'll take those bones. Put them in the bone bag.
You know how Calypso kind of from the pirate movies? That's kind of the crab that Mama Goo forms and then reforms into.
Fuck yeah, that's so cool.
He's gonna look at Gordon and say, "No, we let him go back. He'll give a report and then they'll kill him. They can't know what we have. Or they'll send him stronger. Well, they'll already send him stronger, but you know what I mean."
But he could have returned home and found out that his mom is dead.
Oh, they'll meet together, I'm sure.
You know what? I believe you.
Roll perception, all three of you.
Uh-oh. Because I didn't do perception earlier. I gotta double check what mine is.
13 for me.
Okay.
Dirty 20 for me.
Okay.
31 for Mama Goo.
Wonderful. Thank you. Each of you notice just after it happens. Gristle likely noticing right as it's about to happen, a tall individual in a robe that is, it's a long navy, it's not quite black, it's navy blue robe. Very visible like cat ears on the top as dimension door, or no, gate is cast and the individual steps through.
Is he in eyesight?
He is in eyesight.
Cool. I'd like to agony him as he's going through the gate.
Okay.
Isn't this someone just kind of showing up?
No, this is someone escaping.
Oh.
Is agony a spell by chance?
It's a hex, so yes and no.
Is it affected by counterspell?
That was not made clear, so let's say yes.
Okay. So he's going to counterspell your hex.
And I'm going to do it again with my other eyeball.
He will do it again and close the gate behind him, seeming more hurried as he closes the gate.
Better run, bitch.
You will all notice as he is casting his spells, his hands are backwards.
Oh. Rakshasa.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I know a Rakshasa when I see one.
Hold on. Isn't this the race of demon who we have a stolen butterfly of?
Do we?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you do.
Is the butterfly in one of my lanterns or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Where did we get it?
From the trader we almost hit.
We crashed our cart into an old woman who was actually a demon in disguise. And,
Oh, yeah!
and I believe their wording was, if you do not wish to fight, you will accept one of my boons and we will be on our way.
Well, so much for a boon.
Well,
I mean, I don't know if they were actually here for that.
I don't know who all was here for that. All I remember is this bitch.
I think it was Mifune and Gort.
Yeah, I think Mifune. Actually, no, because this was after our little stint in the Feywild, so Zephyr had true sight at this point, and I think Zephyr also saw them based on their true form.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gort being the only person who didn't see that, because he was the only person without true sight. And still is.
we gotta get Gort like some glasses that give him true sight.
Hey, I mean, You had a chance to drink her bathwater too.
That is true. You did have a chance to drink her bathwater. So I want Zephyr to also roll perception, as Zephyr returns to the bedroom.
That's 23.
Okay. As Zephyr kind of returns and is doing his thing, um, he would notice kind of the garden of the castle just kind of outside of his window looks a little plusher today. It's a lot more green than Zephyr remembers, especially for mid-winter, which is what it is now. Um, and a strange tree that was not there when last Zephyr looked outside has grown in the center of the garden.
Which garden is this?
This is the castle's garden, the main garden in the courtyard of the castle. It's like an inner garden for you guys to like hold meetings in and shit.
Follow-up question. Is that my tree?
That is not your tree.
Okay, cool.
Your tree is in the center of town.
Hopefully not the one I'm thinking of.
Oh, no, not that one.
Okay.
That's the gift from the god.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The Tivelian tree. Or the Titanus tree.
If you think that's what it is, absolutely.
Well, now I don't know.
Well, that's what Zephyr is assuming.
Okay, cool. All right. So each of you kind of going to bed. You've had a long day and an assassination attempt. You are officially royalty. You've had your first assassination attempt.
Woohoo!
The people you've pissed off have at this point sent other people to kill you. Obviously unsuccessfully. But yeah, so you wake up the next morning to the sound of soft strumming coming from the garden. A harp kind of being played and plucked, uh, and the smell of uh, sweet like fruit pies and uh, and omelets and other foods have been prepared and kind of set on the outside of the gardens so that the smell of this food will kind of waft into the windows of your bedrooms.
I take back my prior assumption. Is this Faye?
This is Faye. This is totally the Faye. What are you all doing?
Zephyr is simply going to stop breathing.
Zephyr's just so done with everything.
He can do that now.
That's true, he can. Zephyr's just laying in bed like, ah. Just stops breathing. Just fuck it.
And we are basically still in our castle, right?
You are, and it is coming from within your castle, yeah.
I'll go check it out.
Wonderful. Does anyone else go and check out the garden, the smell of the gardens?
Zephyr will radio in to the others. Like, someone check that out. If it's good, let me know.
In the garden?
Yeah, that. and then he's going to take the purple worm poison and put it inside of a drawer and close it, because one of his like habits is just detect poison the cantrip. It's like a twitch. It's like a
It's a reflex. It's a response from nearly being poisoned by goo.
it's like a tick.
Every so often, you just every
For how long?
every
He just
so
goes through.
often.
He just goes through all the cantrips he knows. Just
Every so often, you detect about 400 feet above the castle. The very hint is like there's just a hint of poison in the air above the castle.
I'm sure that's fine.
It's a very familiar. It's a very familiar feeling. Yeah.
I love that.
Okay.
But yeah, any of the poisons in those weapons have been deactivated and thrown into like loosely into a drawer.
just
Like
you
like
just have a drawer
batteries,
full
but
of
it's like
fucking
vials of like
poison.
horrible poison.
I love that
Gort,
so
were you
much.
trying to say something before, by the way?
Hey, yeah, Crow. Were you trying to say something?
Oh, I was just gonna say that as Gort is uh putting the, what did you say it was? The Dark Avenger longsword?
Yes, it is a Dark Avengers longsword.
He's just putting that in his fantastic haversack, and I'm fairly certain now his bag is almost full, if not at brim.
The Fantastic Haversack can hold a volume of things rather than like a certain number. Yeah, it's like within 3 tons of items.
Well, that's weight, not volume.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant.
Well, that's a,
It's a specific weight, not a.
oh, that's a good amount then.
Yeah, it can hold a lot. The Fantastic Haversack can hold a lot of stuff.
Well, it's not called fantastic without reason. Just as he's putting that in, he also sort of radios in just, I'm also gonna see what's going on. And just start heading out to the garden. See
Wonderful.
what smells so nice.
As you both exit to the, would Mama Goo also go and check by chance?
What's going on in the garden?
There is the smell of food, essentially, like really fragrantly nice smelling food, like apple pie, like fruit pies, quiches, breakfast foods, things of that nature.
This is obviously a trap, and the children must be supervised. So yeah.
Okay. Um, as you each come into the garden, um, you all see kind of a familiar face. Did any of you happen to catch the name of the Fae that you met when you murdered that Archfey?
Which one?
The one whose bathwater Zephyr drank.
Don't I technically own her name?
No, you do not.
Okay.
She said you may know it, but not own it. That was her exact. Those were her exact words.
I don't know it.
I'm waiting to see if anybody else has it in their notes.
People have notes?
Yeah, people take notes.
I have a to-do list, but no, I didn't catch that one.
Wonderful. Okay. This is Firana, the Dryad Queen. She was the Dryad whose bathwater Zephyr drank. She was the sister of the Archfey, and is now taking up residence in your garden. She will smile at you each as you enter and go, "Good morning, all. How are you?"
Fine so far.
Have you eaten? I have prepared a feast for each of you.
May I ask why?
I was asked to provide fresh food by the Lord Titanus.
Ah, I'll take some breakfast.
Is anybody radioing Zephyr at this point? Just getting on the little CB.
Gordon.
Does Zephyr not come with?
No, Zephyr's in the bedroom.
Hey, Zephyr. You remember the Fae whose bathwater you drank? Yeah.
Separate dimension doors down to you guys.
Just immediate. Just what up?
Oh, I'm sorry.
She will smile and go, "Oh, hello, pretty boy. How have you been?"
Hello. I have been pretty good, actually.
Wonderful. I've made a feast for you all if you're hungry. And she will kind of smile at each of you and wave her hand as basically cornucopias of food begin appearing on tables.
Is
Please,
there a way to check and make sure these aren't like contract cupcakes or something?
you you can roll Arcana if you'd like.
I would.
Zephyr's just gonna go ahead and take a bite.
Okay. Um, let me double check what that spell
Can it-
does.
Could it be a
It's-
sense motive, by the way?
You may do a sense motive.
Cool. Just to make sure everything's up to snuff.
I mean, she was cool last time, and True Sight is probably not an illusion.
Oh yeah, no, it's not an illusion. It's actual food.
33. She here genuinely.
Yeah, she's here genuinely.
Cool, cool.
You receive the benefits of both neutralize poison and remove disease. You gain a temporary 8 hit points, plus 1 per. Okay, so you gain a temporary 10 hit points. And you have a plus 1 morale bonus on will saves, and a plus 4 morale bonus against saving throws against poison and fear effects for the next 24 hours. You benefit from the effects of the spell Hero's Feast.
Huzzah.
You now have an enchanted chef that just lives in your garden.
Nice.
I was told you would be heading out today. I assure you I will tend your grounds of the gardens and the forest around while you are away.
If you find another garden out in the forest, be courteous of the creatures and or plants in there because they are not expecting guests.
Are you talking about the living moss?
Yeah. Craig is one of them.
I've already fed Craig this morning, as have I fed your giant fox.
Wonderful. I assume you meant giant fox you cut out at the end.
Yes, I did.
Cool.
She will smile and go, Alan is a treat. He was very small the last time I saw him.
Alan is a horse.
Or no, sorry. What is the name of your
Arthur.
fox? Arthur. Thank you. Arthur was very small the last time I saw him, and now he is a giant, which was a bit jarring. Not going to lie to you. Your manservant Rufus has drawn your carriages. If you are ready to leave.
Wonderful.
I like to refer to him as a stay-at-home party member.
Rufus will kind of come out. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about before the weird lady got here. So, how would you feel about me not staying home this time?
Why? Are you scared of getting assassinated?
And he'll like pull up the rapier full of purple worm poison. Yeah, actually, I am. They
That's fair.
came for all of us last night. Apparently, the weird rot paladin saved me. She gutted a man like a fish in front of me. It was kind of scary. You hear from off in the castle, Tamara. Stop being such a pussy.
By the way, did we already do the quest for the dwarves?
No, you have not done the quest for the dwarves yet.
This is
Are you?
it's tied into the Baba Yaga one.
Yes, it is in fact tied.
Did Baba Yaga give us the whereabouts of that princess, though?
She did. She said she was in the Dragonlands, as was the temple of Belfast the Mad.
Oh,
Okay,
gross. You
so
gotta
that's-
go to those places.
So we
That's
have
kind of an
stuff
update.
to do over there.
I'm just gonna kind of hover over next to Rufus and slide him 2 jars, whispering, "Don't open these."
What do they do?
He'll have to open them and find out.
He just very slowly puts them on a table. I'd rather not, thank you. Why are all the people you folks recruit so damn scary?
They'll help.
So we can deal with assassins.
Just open them the next time you're afraid.
He immediately opens one.
Okay, everyone in a 60-foot radius is affected by screaming paste.
What?
What does that
gotta
do?
You're deafened for about a minute until someone puts the lid back on. Which
The
Goo will do immediately.
yeah. Oh, that's what that does. All right.
Unpleasant.
Yep. Would you folks be wanting to go now? Your cadre of helpers, you haven't would like you to let whoever know who's coming with you, if any of us.
Most of my cadre cannot speak.
I don't mean the zombies. I mean everybody else.
Oh,
Giant-
the staff.
You see him like pinch the bridge of his nose and close his eyes. Yes, the staff. The giant fucking warforged the clockwork paladin, me, the other paladin, fucking the crazy weird all the crazy weirdos you guys have hired. And a resurrected skeleton that says you left him on the sea.
Oh no!
He's somehow found his way back here. We don't know how. He looks like he used to be a tabaxi.
Oh no, he's back! He's out for revenge!
I thought a skeleton took him.
He did. He
Oh,
made it
must
back.
Yeah, that's
send him off to the
well. To be
dragon.
fair, that dragon didn't make it very far.
Yep.
The dragon died.
Yep.
Yeah.
You see, if you look just past Rufus, the skeleton is standing there. He's now in armor. He's got a sword with him. It's a short sword. He's wearing a breastplate and like a poofy purple shirt with like red, like pink lines like pinstriping the like pirate-esque shirt he's wearing, and he's wearing kind of a conquistador's cap.
Do a little dance.
He will begin to do a little dance.
I
I fucking hate you.
Powers.
You see him and Rufus both like just
Didn't we
glaring
fix
at
that
me.
with Rufus?
Oh yeah, so not Rufus, but yes, the skeleton are both like doing a
Rufus
little
has
dance.
memories of having to
Yeah.
dance.
Rufus almost started reflexively and relaxed. Was like, "Oh my god, I don't have to do it!" Ha! He'll point and laugh at the fucking skeleton.
But if the beat takes hold, you have to listen.
No, there's no beat. There's no music. You can't force me to dance anymore. Fuck you.
Literally every zombie in the building starts doing the Thriller.
Oh my god.
Mama Ghoul could cast command on Rufus and say death.
What's the saving throw?
25 because I made it one of my hexes.
Son of a bitch.
No.
Rufus has a really high will save, so we'll see.
Well, yeah,
Would
you
Mamagu
have
do that
all-
though?
No, not to Rufus. She likes Rufus. Enough.
30. Rufus rolled a 30.
Okay.
Cause it's a thriller.
Hey, quick
Thriller.
question. What's our Fae chef's name again?
Ah, I had it written down. Give me a second.
Yeah, you just said it.
I
too.
literally
couldn't-
just said it, and I said a bunch of other things, and then the name is gone, and I didn't write it down like a fucking moron.
I didn't want to write it down like phonetically because I didn't have it. I was like, I don't know. I just have Dryad Queen in the book.
Yeah, Zarilla, the Dryad Queen. I have it. I do have it. Starts with a Z.
Now, is that with an X or a Z? Okay.
Do I spell that like gorilla?
Spell it out in the Moonshade Keep chat
I
if
am.
you would.
I am.
Okay, cool.
It's spelled like gorilla or gorillas.
And if it is like gorilla, is it like gorilla as in the ape or gorilla as in guerrilla warfare?
It's Zar, so Z-A-R, Ella. Zarella.
Well, Zar is spelled with a C.
Listen.
What's up?
That's how you spell it. It's in the Moonshade Keep chat now.
Cool.
Thank
Zephyr's
you.
gonna, as always, invite the Rot Paladin.
Tomorrow just kind of goes, oh, hell yeah. Oh, absolutely. Let me go get my stuff. Would you like to bring any of your other NPCs on what is likely the final arc of the campaign?
Gort will, of course, invite Rufus.
Rufus will smile and go, oh, y'all are gonna fucking flip when you see the carriage that I've got outside.
Does it have spinning tread?
You'll see.
Cup holders?
Would anyone else like to? Or is that the NPCs you're bringing? You can bring one more if you'd like.
I vote
How
we bring
about-
the chef.
You cannot bring the Fae, the actual literal Archfey.
Is the Rot Paladin the one that is like the daughter of Priscilla, or is Priscilla's daughter a separate character?
Priscilla's daughter is a separate character.
I would say her. She's nice. Well, aggressive, but nice.
Zyron is an option. You have Zyron, you have Gearfried, you have the general of the Fire Genasi army, and then you have an NPC none of you have that I've given you the chance to recruit, but none of you jumped at it, and that would be Bell. That's totally also an option.
I don't know. She seems weak.
I don't know. She seems a little too well equipped.
Yeah, that's a better. Y'all are almost the same level she is at this point. Belle ended her adventures at level 14.
Zephyr might
What?
extend an up,
We do kind of need a stronger figure to protect the grounds themselves.
That is a
Yeah.
point.
I was gonna leave Gearfried back for that.
Yes,
take Arthur?
just the fucking. You can take Arthur. That would replace your last NPC.
Are y'all down for me bringing Arthur the kaiju?
Sure.
Now my question is are you going to commission a separate boat for just Arthur? Because he will not fit on the one that you have.
I knew I should have taken pup shape.
You should have taken a what?
There's a spell that will turn any animal into a cute baby version that's little.
Oh my god, that is adorable. And if I had access to a spell like that, I probably would use that as well. Oh,
Instead, I took the one that makes you want to smooch people.
I love
Yeah.
that.
No kiss.
No. Kiss.
I mean, if Arthur cannot fit, that's okay. Arthur can stay here and guard the castle.
Wonderful. But yeah, if you would like to bring Zyron, she's totally an option. Priscilla's daughter.
What do y'all think, folks?
Zephyr's down for all of them. Like, just whoever you want to bring.
All right, let's take
Hold
Zyron.
on.
Wonderful.
There is one who I'm not sure we ever actually recruited or got the chance to recruit.
Mm-hmm.
Gatlock's former Damphier son, who is now a clockwork because we accidentally, not so accidentally, murked him when we first met him.
Yes, no, he went home with his dad. He said, "Fuck you guys, I'm leaving. You literally murdered
Screw
me
you
on
guys."
sight."
Screw you guys, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
He hurt Arthur, so.
He did hurt Arthur. So
Yeah.
it is all justifiable.
You were trying to say something, Oko?
Didn't Gatlock want us to put him to work or something?
Yep, but he left. He said, "Fuck you guys, I'm leaving."
Screw you guys, I'm gonna.
Yeah, he bounced.
So he'll have to deal with his dad on that later.
Yep.
Let's face it, his dad is a lot more scary than our party.
Powerful, yes. Scary, no.
Yeah, Gatlock's kind of a chill dude.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So as you guys kind of come together and get all three of your NPCs, Rufus, Zyron, and Tamara, and enter the courtyard, you see a sight that you probably didn't think you were gonna ever again. The battle wagon.
All right.
Except now there are two of them.
What's he love to drive?
What was that?
Gort's not allowed to drive.
Yeah.
Discord's not allowed to drive.
No, he's not, because he broke the first one. You see Gort rush up to the battle wagons and inspect both of them, trying to find if one of them has the same cracks and chips in it that the first one had.
So you know how in like I think it's Chinese culture, they repair pottery by filling it with gold.
It's actually they use gold to cover the crack. The filling is a different material. But
Yes. So this battle wagon has steel like that. Tungsten steel. Just to reinforce the absolute shreds you put it in. But yeah, this is the original battle wagon. And then the next one is a replica.
you see Gort like hop into the gunner seat of the original battle wagon, just, oh, it's good to have this back.
Who's driving? And who else riding in what battle wagon?
Are the battle wagons different?
One battle wagon is like your standard Halo Warthog, except in ye olden design style. It's like a wooden version essentially. Um, and the other one is like a razorback, so it doesn't have any like weapons attached to it. Like this one has a ballista, um, but it has like 6 seats.
I'll drive the one with the ballista.
The ballista one can carry 5 people potentially.
Okay, so we got
There's 4 of you and 3 NPCs coming with you.
So I'd say 3 people total in the ballista wagon, and have the other 4 people in the razorback.
I mean, you can fit
That-
you can fit 4 in the ballista wagon.
Well, I'm just saying that way it's more even weight and potentially power distribution, because that ballista is a mounted weapon. It's probably got a bit more power.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Zephyr is going to ride in the non-ballista one.
Okay, is Zephyr driving? Is my question.
No, because if something does pop off, he's going to be able to be the ballista.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is Mama Goo doing? I think that's the only person we don't know where she is.
Mama go drive, but I gotta be right back, man.
Okay, cool. So now we know where everybody is, and kind of, you see the NPCs pile into. You see Tamara get in with the ballista wagon, and everyone else get into the other one. I need a D100 and a D12, please.
I'll do the D100.
I'll do the D12.
You guys have a really good history of your travel to Montalibe, which is the port you'll be leaving from. So, let's see.
Yeah, we crashed into a demon. We ran into a lich attack. We have just the best history.
Yep.
72.
Okay.
5.
Wonderful. All right. So, as you guys are driving, you begin to see the roads to Montalibe are much more heavily fortified than they were last time. So the driving is actually it's pretty nice. You see coming from the city, there's now a set of metal tracks with wooden slats going along them, and a large metal metal machine kind of coming out of the city as the first train leaves Montalibe. You are,
Back, sorry.
welcome back. I was just describing your travel between cities. It only takes you about a day in the battle wagon to get to Montalibe. And you get to the city in relative peace. Um, but you do get there just in time to see the first train leave from the station at Montalibe, headed toward uh, the city of Uiese in the north. Um, you pull in to kind of a small tunnel system where you are kind of guided to park your battle wagons by a tall woman in free army armor. She's a red dragonborn, younger looking than Arintha, and she'll kind of smile and wave and go, "What brings you to the city of Montalibe?"
No, I don't rightly know. I think our destination is not quite here.
Your boat.
We gotta go get our boat.
Yep, you're here for the
Boat.
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 Ah,
Please.
I see. Will your vehicles be being shipped onto the boats or your boat, or will you be leaving them here for docking?
I say we put him on the boat.
Okay. Transport fee is through the city is going to be 100 gold pieces
Per vehicle or total?
total. It's 50 gold pieces per vehicle.
I'll pay it.
Okay. She takes your gold and kind of stashes it into a small box that says to fund the city guard charity luncheon. Um, and she'll gesture as two other free army agents begin to pull a large rope, and a garage door kind of opens with a tunnel that leads directly to the docks of Montalibe, and the boarding craft, essentially, where that will crane your boat from the tunnel, or your battle wagons from the tunnel to the dock of your boat, to the deck of your boat.
Once we get to the docks, Gort is going to hop out of the battle wagon and just y'all get the boat ready. I got a little something to take care of real quick. And Gort is going to go to a sewer grate near the underside of the dock.
Wonderful. Now, remind me what you were instructed to do.
He was supposed to deliver a black and gold letter for a clear broom to the Montalibe sewer grate under/by the docks.
Wonderful. As you approach, you see tall, scaled gentleman. He is wearing um, a brown, like almost blacksmith's apron, and a tunic shirt that cuts off just at the elbow, with kind of a closed sleeve that attaches to his forearm. And he is this is a serpent folk. He will smile a large, razor sharp, toothy grin at you, and go. And what might I do for you, my large friend?
Gort pulls out the letter, holding it with about as much grace as a 7-foot wall of meat and metal, wearing gauntlets made out of. I think you said that they are made entirely out of stone.
They're
And
Titan stones, so that it's a specific type of metal, but it looks like stone. Yeah.
Yeah. And he just holds the letter out with. Got a letter I'm supposed to deliver from one Clearbrum back in. Hold on, now I gotta read where the city was.
Clear, bro. Get off your bum bum.
No, so it would have been back here. God. Well, I forgot where the city was now.
With Adamant
Adamant
Keep.
Keep.
Ah,
Letter.
Clearbrum sent you. Then I suppose that I should let me inform the lady that you are here. And he will scuttle back inside, and give me 1 second. I'm gonna get a picture of um the uh the creature. He will like look back out a few moments later, and will gesture for you to follow, leading you into the sewer. And if you want to look in the Moonshade Keep assets, he leads you to this creature. A woman sitting atop a grouping of large wolf's heads and tentacles, as she will smile at you and go, "Ah, our dear friend Clearbrum sends a messenger. It is good to see you. I suppose you'll be wanting a reward for your hard work."
If you're willing to give one, I will receive.
Hmm.
If not, this wasn't too much of a bother for me. I was coming into town anyways.
Well, I was taught when I was born that when a person uh, does you a favor, you repay that favor in kind. And she will reach down beneath where she's sitting on this large throne, and a tentacle will hand you a blackened bow. This bow is made of metal and is looks to be a standard recurve bow. It is for item's sake. This is a +2 composite longbow, and
Ah,
she will smile and go, "This is your reward. Take it or leave."
I thank you kindly, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.
As do I
And
hope you have yours.
and Gort walks out of the sewers with a new black bow in hands.
Yeah, you guys see Gort speaking to like a shady motherfucker, and then he comes out with a black ashwood longbow.
I get it. I get it. I bought a gun. You wanted some range too. I get it. Believe me.
Amagu's gonna look over the item and just like kind of appraise it.
Oh yeah.
If it's magical at all.
Yeah, roll Arcana for me.
33, like, gotta be right.
This bow is cursed. First of all. Any arrow fired from this bow, the wielder must make a DC 15 will save, or they will be compelled to shoot their allies. This is known as the Berserker's Bow.
Of course.
That's no good.
It is, however, a +2 composite longbow, and she also gave you 100 arrows to go with it.
Oh.
The arrow's cursed.
Roll Arcana.
You know, now I'm actually hoping the arrows are cursed.
They shoot straight backwards.
Yeah, if you would like to know if they are cursed, you may also roll Arcana. Any of you can, if you are
Dirty
inspecting.
20.
Dirty 20. Okay. Yes, they are they are cursed. Uh, uh, these particular arrows, when the wielder fires them, will cause the wielder to slowly become stone. They are arrows of petrification.
Well, that's no good. Can't have that.
I have a question.
Yes, I may have
Somewhat
an answer.
related, but kind of unrelated. While we're in Montalibe, I am owed a favor by
Okay.
Cassiopeia, and I probably wouldn't have cashed it in at the party, just trying to be a good host.
Okay.
But since we're here,
Uh-huh.
Zephyr would, doesn't have to be right now, but Zephyr would like to put in an order for one magical item of their choosing.
Okay. Cassiopeia is by your boat because she kind of wanted to see you off. So, what magical item would you like Cassiopeia to grant you?
Whatever strikes her fancy.
Okay. So she will nod and smile and will actually take. First of all, she is going to take her hands and place them together and pull them apart, revealing a lyre. And she will offer it to you. It is made of a beautiful oak wood with golden strings.
Awesome. Thank you.
You are welcome. Play this lyre in the range of you and your companions, and it will cast up to 5 times a day mass cure wounds. This is a lyre of mass cure wounds. Anyone within a 15-foot radius of you, when you play this lyre, benefits from the effects of the spell Mass Cure Wounds at level 2. Or at the second level of... a level higher than the spell is, than the spell level of Mass Cure Wounds.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Would anyone else like to cash in favors while they are in Montalibe?
Was Gort owed anything?
Yeah, all of you were owed. Everyone
Oh.
but Gristle is owed a favor by Cassiopeia.
Most of us, I think, cashed him in at some point. Mifune basically refused one.
Yeah, Mifune was like, "Fuck you! I don't need no favor."
No. That's not at our house.
I know.
Don't.
I'm just
How dare
bullying
you.
you. No, the only person who Mifune recently has said "fuck you" to is Baba Yaga.
Kinda. She knows better, but yeah.
Yeah, Mifune's just like, I don't like being ordered around. It's great. I love Mifune.
I know what Gord asks Cassiopeia for now.
What is that?
He asks, for he basically asks for true sight, but I don't know how he would word it.
So he's not going to have her uncurse the 2 cursed items, which he cannot put down.
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
you can't put them down?
Physically, you cannot unequip the
That's
bow.
kind of a huge, important detail, Bell.
That's how cursed items work.
Yeah, but
And
Gord
our
doesn't even
remove
use a
curse?
bow.
Yeah, Gord
Only
never
removes the curse
got a blow.
Hold
on them.
Sorry.
It doesn't the remove curse spell that we would know would only remove it from Gort. The item would still be cursed.
Yep.
Oh. Then yeah, Gort would ask for her to Oh, I hate this. He would ask for the curse to be removed because he does not like using a bow and arrow.
Okay. She will remove the curses from the items entirely. And seeing your confliction about having to ask for this, she will kind of cup your cheek and go, "That's not what you wanted. What do you really want?" And then Gort may ask her for true sight.
Yeah, he asks her for true sight. I'm still trying to figure out how he would word it, but yeah, he asks her for true sight.
She will rub her hands together and pull them apart, and then we'll slip a pair of like Coke bottle Harry Potter glasses on Gort's face. And now Gort can see Mifune's tails.
Nerd.
Finally.
Mufune has 5 tails.
Oh.
Or no, 6 because she has a bonus tail that doesn't actually give her any abilities.
Oh.
Ta-da!
Gort can now also see the bird that
The bird that what?
Mama Goose Crow.
Oh.
Wonderful.
There is one more thing that Gort wants to do now that he has true sight.
Okay, and what is that?
He wants to make sure Goo wasn't just being rude when she slipped him that letter that just read cringe and had that weird face drawn on it.
Cringe.
I'm
Does
confused.
does the letter have anything else on it? Okay.
Yes. Although it's small enough you'd have to be handling the note to see it.
Okay, and what is that?
Thank you for being like a big brother to me. You were something I thought I could never find again.
You see Gort's hand shaking a little as he folds the letter up and tucks it under his chest plate.
You alright, big guy?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Come on, let's go. Let's go. We got things to do. We got battles to fight. Let's go.
Your tails really are that majestic, just saying.
Thank you.
That was basically the only reason Gort wanted true sight.
Wonderful. As
He's still gonna keep it no matter what, though.
awesome. As you guys are kind of like having this conversation, you hear from the boat, "Hey, are y'all coming?" As Tamara has already like let the sails down and is in the process of raising anchor.
If you rush me, I'll sink it.
Mama
Yep.
Goose gonna kind of touch everyone. Is everyone kind of in touching distance?
Likely, you're probably all within around 5 feet of one another.
Okay. We're gonna icy teleport everyone onto the boat. Everyone is now cold.
Sure.
Unless Belle would like to have a mishap happen, because icy teleport is a spell Mama Goo doesn't use that often.
No, it's okay. You all appear on the boat, on kind of the deck of the boat. You have a man of war, so it's a massive ship. You see your NPCs like doing little busy bits of busy work as Tamara is lifting one of the two anchors. She goes over and starts working on the second one. Oh, I see. You guys could have just okay. So sorry for rushing you. I was just yeah. We technically are way behind on one of the quests that we have to do, and we all did sign up to save a dwarf princess lady who is rightly more than likely dead. Uh,
Yeah, that's.
We did learn her whereabouts, though.
I blame all the time skipping.
Fourth wall break.
How much do you think
Hey.
we could? How much time do you think we could write off with the whole orchid situation?
That was a good month and a half.
A month and a half out of how much time?
Well,
You've been adventuring since the Hammerholm for 5 months. So
Ooh.
It's been a good almost 6 months since you got that quest.
To be fair, Zephyr has been trying without going himself.
That is true. Zephyr has been sending out like brigades that just never came back. Okay, so uh here is my question. Would you guys like to end session here as you are taking off on the boat, or would you like to continue? Since because we've been streaming for about 2 hours.
Don't matter none for me. I ain't got nothing else going on.
I'm down to set sail.
I'm down to sail.
I'm down to sail as well.
Awesome.
Sal, you up?
We are going to take a 5-minute intermission while I go and while we do like a bio break real quick, and then we will come back and continue the adventures and mishaps of this wonderful, lovely party. I'm going to send us over to a BRB screen. I will be right back.
Imagine having a mishap. Never.
Not us.
Yeah, totally not the crew that crashed a battle wagon.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I gotta turn down the music. I have
Hello.
I have
Hello.
returned. All right. So when we left off, you were about to head off to sailing toward the Dragonlands. Um, if everybody would please, let me know what. So it's gonna be 3 days worth of travel. So I need 3D100s and 3D12s. But before I do that, is there anything you guys specifically want to do on the boat for your 3 days of travel?
I'm all set. There's nothing in particular I'm looking to do. It's just kind of sailing until we get to our destination.
Yeah, I suppose Zephyr could practice holding his breath. He's gotten pretty good at it.
Awesome. All right, so I need the first of the 3D100s and the first of the D12s, please.
78.
Ooh, wonderful. $78 and an 11. All right. So, as you are all sailing, the seas are calm this first day, and you're sailing down and southward from Montalive between two large masses of land. The narrow strait is a shallow area of ocean between the kingdom of the giants and the Isle of Big Bugs, the main homeland of the Genasi people on the Prime Material Plane. Zephyr, you are just in able to glimpse at your tropical paradise of a homeland as you pass it. Do you do anything in particular as you pass the place of your birth?
Just take a moment, and take it in, think for a moment about, was this the right choice? And then look at all the cool magical shit I have, and then go, yeah, it was the right choice.
Then look at all of my cool stuff and money. Just fucking. You see a host of both smoky. There's a race on the island known as the Smoky Ones. They're a race of people that have volcanic skin. It's basically skin made of obsidian. And they and the Genasi children are waving at your boat, and kind of people on the beach are observing you and happily waving and whatnot as you pass by. And on the opposite side, you see essentially just the stone wall of a fortress made of solid like iron as hill giants patrol the walls of it and keep their eyes on you as you
You're gonna
pass
leave an
through.
arcane mark on the wall.
Okay, what
I
is
come
the
back and
arcane
look
mark?
at Hill giants. What did I miss?
Now, you need magic to see it.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it's invisible to the naked eye. But it's just Zephyr's name. He's just tagging it on the wall.
In really cool graffiti.
Yeah.
You see you hear a cacophony of laughter from the isle of your homeland. And it seems that most people on that beach can see your arcane mark, and you can see a bunch of arcane marks on the thing, and some of them are dicks and the like. It's been graffitied up, but now it's also been tagged by Zephyr. Mifune, you also can see the arcane mark, as can Mama Goo. because I believe it. It just
Gort
requires
has
you
two
to.
sides. No?
Oh yeah, and as can Gort, you can all just see that Zephyr has just tagged his name on the side of the giant's fortress.
Gort can finally see it.
Yep. Yep, you can. You all pass this day with relative ease as the second day of travel comes in to a storm. A massive, thunderous hurricane. I need all of you to roll me a
Could Mamaku have seen the signs of it occurring and just used strange weather?
yes,
For
I
control
suppose you could. Yes, you can. I forget that that's a thing that parties of this high level can do. Uh,
I can make it rain like intestines.
yes, you can roll control weather.
We have the options of clear weather or gore.
Yep.
For someone named Gort, I think that should be a very easy answer.
You think? You think?
I'm joking anyway. I can use the spell, but like the further we move from the area where I cast it, it won't matter anymore. It's pretty stagnant.
It'll just be one area of ocean where where
It rains blood and guts.
Tortoli is just like, who the fuck did this?
Who keeps chumming the water?
Yeah. Just fucking. I swear I'm gonna.
Back now, sorry.
Welcome back. But yes, you can control weather if you would like.
Cool.
As you do begin to control the weather, I want all of you to roll me a perception check as you feel a thump as your boat lurches and comes to an abrupt stop as if you've just dropped anchor.
$14 from me.
29 for Goo. Mamaku.
21.
I got a healthy 16.
Wonderful. As you each look over the boat, you see large tentacle begin to climb up and around the boat's surface. You each of you are able to witness as a kraken begins to take the boat. What do
Ooh,
you
that's
do?
Good.
Zephyr starts smacking it like that.
Hold on, I might have a spell for this.
I'm gonna need you all to roll initiative.
You have a spell for a kraken?
22 initiative for me. I could give the Kraken leprosy.
Got 19, but I gotta be right.
Got a 4.
Nice initiative roll.
You got a 4?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
1 plus 3.
That's lovely. Let me see what its initiative bonus is. Okay.
I'll just treat that as losing my first turn because I was smacking at it.
Yeah. It rolled a 5.
Nice. High tentacle.
Yeah, just It very pathetically high fives you back.
This Kraken's a bro. We can't hurt it.
Or can we?
Well, physically, of course we can.
Yeah,
Have you seen us?
You can.
Kraken, don't do it.
Stop. Fucking forbid act. Fuck that spell, by the way.
Yeah.
I just want to
What's
say,
wrong with it?
fuck that spell.
What, you don't like the forbid action, the special move of Mifune?
Fucking. Oh lord. All right.
Zephyr's trying his hand at it,
Wonderful. All right.
but with no magical ability.
All right. So, and then. All right. Gort, what did you roll for initiative?
Gort got a healthy 14.
All right, and then we're just waiting to see what Oko rolled. Me.
I do believe Oko rolled.
Yeah, actually 19. All right, so Mifune, you are up first as the Kraken is climbing your boat.
Hey, down. No Kraken on the boat.
Fucking. Are you
What
casting?
Kraken speak for language?
The Kraken speaks Abyssal, Aquan, and Triton.
I don't speak any of those languages.
Do.
You do?
I speak every language.
Oh, well, look at you. I'll leave the forbidding to you.
I can't actually forbid anything.
Oh.
I'll try
Well,
though.
let me actually check and
it
see
can-
if I need to know their language.
It can understand common, like it's heard it enough. It just can't speak it, but it can speak those other languages.
You know what? Rather than casting, I'm gonna run up and flurry of blows.
All right. So there's the main body, and then there are 4 tentacles that are slowly crushing your boat. Which would you like to do? The main body is at the head of the boat, and the tentacles are kind of wrapping around the sides.
Main body, because I feel like attacking the tentacles is going to be not as helpful, since they have different health pools now.
Yeah, that is true.
So yeah, main body. Let's do a. Can I do a flurry of blows? Is that not just a regular key pool thing?
I believe it is.
Let me grab the reference on that. Oh, it's a level 1 thing. Of course I can. Do. Okay, so I got a +2 on this.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can use my regular staff for this.
I believe you can as well.
+21 on the first strike.
Okay. On the main body, no, that's not a hit.
Oh, that's no good. 27 on the second strike.
Not a hit.
Okay, I don't think I'll ever be able to hit this thing. Because that was an 18 + 9, 27, so... Perhaps a spell, I don't know. Well, I guess that's the end of my turn.
Okay. You can also cast a cantrip if you'd like.
None of my cantrips do that kind of stuff.
That's fair. All right. Next up is Oko. Are you back? Take that as a no. Crow, you're up.
All right. I'm up, that means we will have Gort activate the Titan Stone Knuckle.
Mm-hmm.
That is a temporary -1 to all armor class, but doesn't that also give them
Should give you a plus
What
10
was
to
the-
hit and damage.
Oh.
And you increase in a size category. So you're Kaiju Gort now.
Oh, this is lovely. If that's the case, then I'm going to run up and attack the main body with the Holy Avenger Longsword.
Ooh, wonderful.
Does a 35 hit?
35 is going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That was a nat 2 on the dice, by the way.
Jesus Christ.
You said it's plus 10 to hit and damage. So...
Yeah.
Okay, so for damage, that's d8 plus that 5 plus, and it was 7 from strength? Or was it the plus whatever from base attack?
For damage, it's strength.
5, 7, 13, no, 12. 5, 7, and 12, so plus 22 with the size increase.
Okay.
Backs out. No, sorry.
Welcome back.
28 damage on the first attack.
All right. Oko, you will go after Gort because your turn came up, and I had to skip you.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. So you have another attack, Gort?
Yep.
Because Titan Stone activation is a bonus.
Yeah, he also has his second attack, which is d20 plus this. 40.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And still the same sword, still the same bonus. Jesus. 29 damage.
All right. It lets out a
And I have
shrieking
not-
howl of pain as you slam into it with your holy sword.
Gort does the quick little "Are you not entertained?" gesture before getting back in a proper combat stance, and that's gonna be his turn.
Wonderful. Okay. Mama Goo is up next.
I'd like to put a black mark on, put black spot on the Kraken.
And what does that do?
It's just a glowing black orb that appears over the creature. Let's see here. It is shaken anytime it is in or on the water at more than 5 feet from the shore. In addition, it is all creatures with the aquatic subtype are hostile to it.
All right. Wonderful.
So we'll
Did
see.
you just do the black spot like from Pirates of the Caribbean?
Oh yeah.
So is this a mind affecting effect?
Hold on.
I mean, it might affect the minds of the fish that are
Well,
like.
it says that it's
Because it's
an individual afraid of the water, right?
yeah. So that would be a mind affecting effect. It's immune.
Hold on.
What I'm saying is, it's like it's affecting the minds of the things that are hostile
It's a-
toward them.
Yeah, but the shaken
Yeah.
status.
Yep.
So the shaken status wouldn't affect it, but water creatures still are hostile to it.
Cool. So it is immune to the shaken status, but the water creatures are still hostile to it. So on the lair action turn, it's likely gonna get fucked up by some sharks.
Oh, and because I can do a bonus action with my hexes now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna turn it piggy.
You're turning it into a pig.
Mostly. It gets hooves and its snout becomes pig-like.
Okay.
Unless it does the saving throw proper.
What is the saving throw?
25, and it is will.
Okay. Will save for the Kraken is... Uh, bu- bu- okay.
We can now point at it and laugh. It also has a -2 to, if it fails the saving throw, -2 to further saving throws regarding will.
That's a 20?
No,
Dirty 20?
unless it's a natural. So, no. It's a
No?
25D.
Okay, cool. That is a dirty 20s. No, it does. You see, the tentacles now have hooves on the end of them and are stomping your boat rather than crushing
But loses the suckers.
it. And the beak becomes a pig's snout. Is that your turn? Is that Mama Goo's turn?
Going to be another longer one. I apologize.
You're all right. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the Kraken's turn. And the Kraken is going to unleash a torrent of acid on you. Anyone within an 80-foot radius, make a Dex saving throw.
Reflex save.
Yes, reflex save.
Cool. $17.
Okay.
Oh, I guess we have a +2 from Goo's thing from before, yeah?
From Mama Goo's thing.
Okay, then 19.
I think that was will saves, but I'm not certain.
I thought it was just saves.
It is in fact saves. The will save thing was from Hero's Feast.
Oh yeah, the feast. Okay.
So my normal reflex saves are just +3. With this, I have a +5. I got a 19 on the dice.
Ooh, nice.
11.
Awesome. And we will roll for I'll roll for Mama Goo. I
Sure
believe
would
that-
like to roll above a 5 today.
I mean, you already did. It was just for stuff that wasn't this.
Mama Goo got a 7. All right. So, I'm gonna go ahead and roll damage. 10d8.
I'm going to sorry.
You all right?
Is this magic damage?
This is acidic damage because it's a spout of acid coming out of its mouth. Technically, that's a magical type of damage. Yeah.
Ah,
And what was the
okay.
DC so we know who gets hit?
The DC was 29,
You whore.
and you take 40 damage. All of you take 40 damage.
Okay, so I had the highest roll out of that, like the highest modifier out of all that, and I could have only gotten that if I rolled a 19.
Sucks.
How much damage was that?
40. It
40.
was 40 damage.
I thought you were going to be reasonable.
I mean,
Why would you have that impression?
y'all have steamrolled a lot of my encounters since up to now. Like, there had to be one boss fight that was hard.
I know, just if I came first in the initiative, I was going to try and talk to it, but
It is now Zephyr's turn.
I am not a fan of being fucking acided,
Yeah, just covered in acid.
especially when I don't have my acid armor on.
Ooh, yeah, that's fair.
All right, let's see here. Okay, how close am I to everybody?
You are, I would assume, well, okay, so Gort and Mifune are right up by the main body. You would have been on the deck of the ship. The deck of the ship is about 100 feet long, so anywhere in that 100 feet, where would you have wanted to be?
Well, I was smacking one of the tentacles.
Okay. So the tentacles would have been up closer to the front of the boat. So you're within like 40 feet of the main body.
Okay, good. I'm still gonna give it a quick try to reason with it. I'm gonna say Aquan or whatever the water genasi language is.
Yeah, it'd be Aquan.
That'll all be temporary if you leave now.
You
Just go.
shall be my lunch, little one.
Okay, you brought this on yourself. Okay. Let's see. If I could aim it just like kind of like overhead almost so I don't hit our guys.
Yeah, you can do that. It's a big fucking creature.
Okay, cool. I'm going to cast Detonate,
Okay.
and you will see me smash together two fucking vials. Which, material components not usually something I use. And then I'm going to fly up basically as high as I can to its face.
Okay.
And that will resolve next turn.
Alrighty. So that brings us back to Mifune. You are up.
Hello. Let's see. That wouldn't be very efficient. Let's try that. Does this thing even have a skeleton? Wait on. Does it have a skeleton?
It does. It does in fact have a skeleton, yes.
I'm gonna rattle the skeleton.
Alrighty.
That'll
What does that
be,
do?
By using a bone fetish like a marionette, you take control of a target creature's skeleton. This has a variety of effects depending on whether the target is living or undead. A living creature has its skeleton rattled within its flesh, causing it grievous harm. The target takes 3d6 points of damage plus 1d6 points of damage per 2 casters levels I have. In addition, I can move the target 5 feet. This movement doesn't provoke attack of opportunity. A successful saving throw halves the damage and negates the movement.
Okay, what is the save?
Fortitude.
Ooh. That's it's one bad save. Son of a bitch.
Well, we'll see.
Okay, so this one's just a +5. 19.
Yeah, that passes.
Wonderful.
So it'll be half.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage for me.
Okay. How many caster level do I have? Okay, so that'll be plus 46. Goodness. Okay, so half of 19.
Okay. That's half of, so like 9?
Yeah, if you're rounding down.
Okay, so we'll go 10. Round up and go to 10. It lets out a shriek of pain as it will glare at you through its now pig-snouted face. Is that all that Mifune is going to do?
No. She will also time hop 80 feet back and go invisible.
Wonderful. Okay. You tracer zip backwards and then turn invisible.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Alrighty. Mama Goo, are you back? Gonna take that as a no. Gort, you're up.
All right. Gort is still absurdly large.
Oh yeah, you're fucking huge.
And so now it's just a healthy little plus 33 to hit. Nat
Son of a
20.
bitch. Oh. Okay, so you do remember the natural 20 rules, right? So you roll. So you get max weapon damage, and then make a standard attack roll, like your standard damage roll.
All right, so
Maximum weapon damage, no modifiers, just the weapon.
okay, yeah, no mods, no magic bonuses, nothing.
No,
So
the
that
magic
looks like
bonuses you get, because that is part of the weapon's damage. Just no
Alright,
modifiers.
Oh, that's lovely. So let's see. So let me just scroll up for my last D8. Plus 8 plus 7 is 15. 39.
All right, 39 damage on the first hit, and you hear it wail out in a loud shriek of pain as Gort takes a large chunk out of the main body.
Where are her companions?
Currently trying to fight off the tentacles that I didn't have moved last session or last turn.
Because I'm gonna need a paladin at the end of my turn.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So because I had forgotten about the tentacles, Gort, at the end of your turn, the tentacles are gonna go, and then I'll put your
Yeah.
companions into initiative.
That's fair. 40 hits, right?
40 hits, yeah.
So let's
And you
see.
hurry.
D8 plus.
He's fucking 31 AC.
You let Gort exist. That's kind of on you.
That's Pathfinder.
That's Pathfinder. Oh boy. Hey, that's the wrong number. No, that is the right. That can't be right. That is right. 26.
All right. It lets out another howl of pain as you take it down even more.
Your turn.
Welcome back. It's your turn. And if Gort has nothing else that he can do, and then it'll be your turn.
Oh, I just realized I have one more thing I can do. I manifest Echo.
Oh yeah. I forgot you have that.
As did I. So you would just see a slightly transparent Gort leaving after images appear behind Gort and step back so he's just directly under Zephyr. And that's my turn.
Maybe
All right.
directly is a bad idea.
It can survive.
Be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to have the NPCs go now as they all begin to get off their asses. And Rufus, who up until now his main class was fighter. As you guys have leveled, Rufus took levels in gunslinger.
My man.
Rufus is going to pull out a cannon and begin firing. Welcome back. I'm gonna have the NPCs go really quickly, and then it could be.
Just go around again. I gotta go run and do something. If I can do it real quick.
You are okay. You got it. You got time. Okay, so Rufus is gonna let off 3 cannonballs. First shot misses. He adjusts. Second shot hits with his cannon. He rolls damage. So 3d12 plus 4 cannon damage. That is a 25 as Ruggs, you see a cannonball zoom past you and hit this thing in the head.
Nice.
And he's going to do it again. He's going to try again with his third and final cannonball.
I told you, Kraken.
And natural 1, the cannon explodes. Knocking Rufus back 5 feet and dealing 13 damage to your friend. As the Kraken will laugh audibly. Tamara will cast shield on Zephyr. Shield of Faith on Zephyr. Let me grab what that spell does. Because Tamara took levels into Cleric. Because y'all get fucked up too often. Spell grants
Beautiful, beautiful person.
+2 to AC, an additional +1 for every 6 levels. Okay, so you get an extra 4 AC added to your AC right now. And then she will cast Lay on Hands on Mifune. Healing you for 40 points of damage as she does it at 8th level.
Hell yeah, I'm back up to full.
What level do they get lay on hands?
The her I think she got it on 2nd level.
Okay.
And now Zyron is going to go, and you see Zyron step forward, pull her hand into the air, and then pull it down as she casts Call Lightning.
Laugh it up.
Um, 5d10. And it takes a solid 32 points of damage. And it's looking pretty rough as of right now, from where it was to start with. Okay, I know what Mama Goo is going to do. Mama Goo will step forward, casting her hand out, casting harm on the creature. And it is a... it fails and takes 120 points of damage. Okay, cool. So you guys see Mama Goo move forward and just turn her hand and squeeze as the Kraken basically implodes and dies.
Hell yeah, you killed your own monster.
Oko sent me a text, so Oko killed my monster.
Even better. Hell yeah.
Mama Goo kind of looking at Zephyr and will cast Dispel Magic to cancel out the effect of your detonation. Just so you
Thank
don't
you.
explode and die.
Well, I was gonna go fire damage, which I'm immune to.
Ah, okay, cool. But the Kraken is now dead. You've killed a Kraken. Congratulations. Give me
Just
one.
because I'm curious, though.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So
I had it queued up, ready to go.
Back again.
Welcome back.
Welcome
You
back.
killed the
That wouldn't have
monster.
killed me.
Oh, wonderful. You have officially killed the Kraken, Mama Goo.
How many hit points total did it have? Just out of curiosity.
Total, the Kraken had... One second, let me pull the tab back up. Total, the Kraken had 312 hit points.
So Mama Blue could have really fucked it up with the harm.
Yeah, it only had 101 when you fucking used harm, and it failed its save. So, you absolutely imploded the Kraken. Your boat's a little worse for wear, but it's okay. As the seas begin to settle, and you see blood fill the water as sharks eat the Kraken's body.
You know, I've heard of people shouting, "Release the Kraken." We did. We released it from this mortal coil.
I gotta put that on the resume.
Mifune is collecting blood samples.
So much blood, Sam. So many blood. You can just levitate it out of the water and just put it in a large... Like, you see Zyron, like, put down, like, a barrel and just start collecting the blood.
Hell yeah, good woman.
Oh, wait, good idea.
Yeah, because Kraken's blood rum is
We're getting
made...
hammered.
Yeah. Yeah,
I know
you
what
are.
I'm doing on day 3.
What? Kraken's blood rum is made out of Kraken's blood?
Yep.
Why didn't you tell me?
Okay, now I gotta
Sort of like
scroll
that,
up after all that
people-
combat and find y'all's day 3 roll.
Wait just roll it
Sort of like
again.
how, what was it? Purple worm? The
Uh,
drink
is
made
made
from
with
actual
purple
purple
worm
worm venom.
poison. Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah, if
So
you
he's
guys could
trying
just,
to kill us, and we're trying to get drunk.
yep. If you could please re-roll the last D100 and D12 for your last day of travel, I would be appreciative.
I have it if you need it,
Oh,
or
what
if you
is
want
it?
to roll again.
What is it?
It was 68 and 6.
Okay, so the last day of travel is very nice. It's a sunny day. You're not attacked by giant sea monsters, and you just so happen to float past a pirate ship with a very familiar flag. As the captain of this pirate ship is Regina Twin Dragon.
We keep meeting.
You keep rolling the Regina number on the random encounter table.
Is her number 68?
Yeah,
One away from 69.
it
Sad.
is. It is. Someone
What's
else has
69 to Thala?
Rhiannon.
Even better.
But yeah, so you have you float past Regina, who will like wave her hat at you as you pass. Do you stop and make merry, or do you continue on your way to the dock in the land of giants?
Well, we just got some fresh Kraken blood. We can throw a party.
You
Yeah.
could. You could
A boat
indeed.
party?
Yes, would you like to end this session off with your own in-boat tavern crawl? Just fucking-
Sorry, you were saying something, Scarecrow?
Have a boat party. Ain't no party like a boat party, because a boat party don't stop.
Hell yeah.
Do Mamagoo or Zephyr have any objections to a boat party to end off
Not
the
at all.
session?
Zephyr's already dimension doored over.
Yes. Oh, hey, Regina. Already gone.
Drop anchor. We're having a party.
You just see tomorrow go. Yeah, I heard you.
I mean, we could probably talk her into sailing the way we're going as we party.
Regina was on her way away from where you were going.
Yeah, we'll discuss it over drinks.
Okay.
Specifically strong drinks.
Yeah, specifically
Undiluted
very,
Kraken's blood.
very strong drinks.
I have things to dilute it with. Let me look through my inventory, see what I can make.
Yes, you probably should dilute just straight Kraken's blood, as that is another one of those drink it and then make a will save or die poisons. um,
Gort still has most of a bottle of Everclear and most of a mason jar of moonshine.
All right, let's
Zephyr's
make some
like
punch.
seconds away from like tipping back a vial of Kraken's blood.
I mean, you can still drink it. It just might kill you.
yeah, you just might also die in the
Drink
process.
any liquid once.
Like, I'm immune to most poisons.
Oh, if you're immune to poison, then yeah, no, you're good. You can just
Yo,
take
okay.
it.
So I have an idea for a really nice little boozy drink, and I'm
Wait.
not sure if
All of you are immune to poison right now because of Hero's Feast for the next 24 hours.
Oh yeah, we don't need to
That,
mix
that was 3 days ago.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay. Sorry. Continue. What were you saying about the drink, Mifune?
That depends. Am I banned from giving people golden apples?
You are banned from giving mortals immortality. Yeah.
Damn. Okay, can I just make a nice drink out of golden apples that's not immortality? Can I make like an ale?
You may
Or
make
sorry, a
an
cider?
you may make a cider of basically what it'll do is it'll give one cast of revivify upon hitting 0 hit points. Or upon hitting
Cool.
like failing your third death save. You are immediately revivified.
I'd like to mix that with Kraken's blood. Make like a really strong.
So you want to get really fucked up.
Yeah,
on immortality juice.
and Kraken's blood.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you can absolutely make enough of that for the party.
Does cider and rum go well together? I have no idea.
Actually,
Yes. Yes.
It's a I don't know if it counts as a citrus, but it's close enough, right?
Yeah, it's very good.
if you need an alchemy check to do that, I rolled a 37.
Yeah, I figured that between you, Mifune, and Rugs, y'all don't have to roll. You're
The
good.
sippies will be legendary.
Yeah,
Oh, no, that was the fort save for the straight blood.
You're immune to poison in general, right? Like Zephyr is.
Zephyr is, yeah.
Then he doesn't need to roll a fort save. He can just drink it.
For the drunkenness.
Oh, what was the roll?
19.
Oh, you're fucked up. It takes 20 or above. 20 or above for Kraken's blood.
Yeah, this is the kind of booze you want to give to the gods, kind of stuff.
Yeah, like straight Kraken's blood is the favored drink of Priscilla. You see Zyron chugging that shit. Like
Well, we've got a ton of it.
shotgunning it from the keg.
Wait, do I still have the +2 from Mama Goo?
Yes.
Yeah,
You-
actually you do.
haven't failed any saving throws.
Hey, 21.
Okay, yeah, you succeed. You are not drunk. You take it. You and Zyron will like put her arm around you and pull you in and go, "See, I knew you were my friend. Only my friends can drink with me." Now you have 2 buff Goliaths fawning over
Oh yeah, grats.
It's a good day.
you. It's a good day.
They will also be getting crunk.
Yeah, y'all killed a kraken. You're getting absolutely wasted. It's a good day. It's a good third day of travel as you make it to the golden shore of the last homely house in the Dragonlands, and that is where we will cut the adventure for today. You folks were absolutely lovely. What did you guys feel about today's session?
Went quite well, all
Yeah.
things considered.
I
Almost
found-
died, but that's all right.
Had such a blast.
I finally found royalty free battle music, so I got to change the music while you were fighting the Kraken, and I'm
Excellent.
so excited for the VOD.
I don't suppose I can soul steal the Kraken.
Yeah, you can actually. You can in
Put that
fact
in the lantern.
roll.
do,
Yeah,
do,
yeah.
do.
You now have a Kraken's soul. Now Rugs, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Is Ruby still streaming?
Believe so. Let me find out.
They're online. Bpan do crime is what their title says, so I don't think they're sleeping.
Yes, they are streaming.
All right, awesome. So we are going to raid into Ruby. But first, what I want to do is give Ruby a shout out because, now, okay. So would it be better to shout Ruby out and have people go that way? Because I believe, didn't they just reapply for partner?
Yes. Maybe. I don't know if they reapplied again.
Okay.
Click on the icon, y'all.
Should we be worrying about rating is the issue, I think.
No.
Okay, cool. Because I
You
know.
got the shout out?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the raid.
I've already got it typed out. I was just asking if you want me to do that.
If you wouldn't mind shouting out the party, I would be appreciative.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and raid Ruby. But yeah, so I hope everybody all of our viewers go over and say hello to Ruby. Make sure you remove the raid referral from your from your URL. And thank you so much for joining us, and thank you to my wonderful party for joining me on yet another amazing episode of Journeys of Moonshade Keep. We are headed into our final arc, and it has been a fucking pleasure to play D&D with all of you for the last year, because we've been playing this game for almost a year. So thank you all for joining me over the last year. You folks have a wonderful
Thank you
night.
for inviting.
Oh yeah, no, Rugs, you're welcome at my table any fucking time you want. If I announce like any other games, roll up a character, you've already got a spot at the
Can I also intrude on the games?
table. Crow, you are in how many of my games?
I lost track.
A lot.
All I know is they're all fun.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, we have officially